Yes, my dear friends, welcome back to the channel. Very good morning to you guys all out there, wherever you are on the continent of Africa. My good fans all out there, especially in Nigeria. This morning, I'm giving it all to you guys. My Nigerian fans, you guys are wonderful. You are excellent. You are great. I love you guys all out there in Nigeria, in Ghana, and on the continent of Africa in general. I appreciate you guys all out there in Europe, in America, Canada, Australia, or even right here in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a beautiful Thursday morning, and I'm excited that we are back with more exclusives right here on this channel. Don't go anywhere. Like the video, share the video as well. Yes, click on that share button and share the video, and let me also hear from you in the comment section as always. Now, few days back, I've seen some comments. I think one or two of you guys were asking of Modric and where he is right now. Yeah, so I tried to make some inquiries to find out one or two things. What is happening around Modric? One of my favorite players at Chelsea. I don't know why. Apart from Nicolas Jackson, then he's one player that I also like. You know, one thing about me, I like players that I know they have the potential, but they are not yet at their peak. You know, their output is not yet encouraging. I like to encourage players who maybe think that they can no longer, progress, or they are, I don't know. That's my nature. I like to support those that are down for them to rise. Ladies and gentlemen, Modric, we understand, is still being paid by Chelsea full salary, week in, week out. What does that mean to you? Modric is still under suspension, provisional suspension. Modric is still serving provisional suspension for the doping charge. Yes. And he remained under contract with Chelsea. If found guilty and banned up to 4 years, the club could terminate his deal for gross misconduct. That would then end his payment after 14 days of notice to the player. No termination has occurred yet, means that the player is still on the books of Chelsea. For those of you that have been asking the whereabouts of Modric, ladies and gentlemen, that is a breaking news I have for you guys this morning. Now, Viegas Future remains open as several clubs keep moving for the defender. Viegas, yes. Dortmund made an approach to consider a possible bid, but still deemed it as expensive, as Chelsea only consider a permanent transfer deal for the player. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a bit worried about this guy, and I would have wished that he would be reintegrated into the squad instead of letting him go, knowing Leverkusen's situation. I've said this severally, and I'm repeating it again. For me, that would have been the best thing to do. Before I go to Xavi Simons and other news items, I want to quickly say this. I want to quickly go to this issue. Yeah. Chelsea insiders have insisted that if Nicolas Jackson tells them he wants to stay, they will be happy to have him for the upcoming campaign, competing for a place up front with Liam Delap and Joao Pedro. So Chelsea are not forcing Jackson out. Rather, it's the player that made the demand. And so Chelsea insiders are saying if he changes his mind and wants to stay, they'll be happy to reintegrate him into the squad. As we speak, Jackson is still with the squad. He's training. Yeah, Jackson is training with the squad. Ladies and gentlemen, now, don't ask me why am I not talking about Tottenham, PSG. I'll get to that. There's only one club in the whole of England, and that is Chelsea. So don't worry, I'll get to that. I will get to that, ladies and gentlemen. Andrew Santos is not up for sale and absolutely cannot live on loan. He is not going on loan either. Yes, despite some report between Andrew Santos and Juventus, Chelsea have a huge valuation for this player and is considered important for this upcoming season. It will take, listen to this, it will only take out of market figure to sign him by any club. It will only take out of figure amount by any club to be able to sign him. But right now, Andrew Santos is not going anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the latest on Andrew Santos. Juventus is just a rumor. It is just a rumor. Ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'll soon be going to other news items, but ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. Yeah. Just as I told you, as of now, Jackson has the right to remain. It is his own decision, even though Newcastle are still working on to see whether they can sign him. Upcoming milestone by Chelsea players. Upcoming milestone. When I mean milestones, this crop of players, how long have they been with Chelsea? How many games have they played? How many have they reached the 100-game milestone? Ladies and gentlemen, Caicedo is 2 games away from his 100th game for Chelsea. Caicedo is 2 games away from his 100 appearances for Chelsea. Cole Palmer is 3 games away from appearances for Chelsea. Cole Palmer is 3 games. Caicedo is 2 games. That means that Caicedo play one more than Cole Palmer. Now, Reece James is 10 games away from 200 appearances. When some people are 1,000 games, our players, they are just starting for the club. They are just starting for the club. So Reece James, captain, is 10 games away from 200 appearances for the club. If not for injury, Reece James should be around 250 plus by now. But for injury, he is still around 200 or yet to arrive at 200. Ladies and gentlemen, all right. Can we get to some other news? I'll end it up all on PSG Tottenham. But quickly, Jadon Sancho has made it clear that he will only move on his own terms from Manchester United. We saw him reject a wage drop. We saw him reject wages, a reduced wage from Chelsea, and the player is still lingering around. The message we are getting is that Sancho has made it clear to Manchester United that he's prepared to sit and not play any game until January or beyond unless he gets the deal he wants. Like I always say, there's always one player. Hey, Jadon Sancho. My goodness. All right. Now, let me now go to Xavi Simons. What is happening? Manchester City are contemplating a stunning hijack of Chelsea's proposed deal with Xavi Simons under Pep Guardiola. And for those of you who think that, it's just a hoax, it's not. Why? City are prepared to let go some major players. We've seen Jack Grealish leaving, right? Yeah. Is it about 2 other players also that are leaving right now as we speak? And so for City to make the effort for it to come in the new salon, it's a very strong signal that Man City are really interested. Yeah. Now it's like Xavi Simons is to choose between playing with Palmer and Estevao or playing with Foden. Xavi Simons now is to choose between playing with Cole Palmer and Estevao or playing with Foden of Man City under Pep Guardiola. By the way, if you are asked to choose between playing under Pep Guardiola or playing under Enzo Maresca, to choose one. Ladies and gentlemen, a verbal agreement almost done last night. Newcastle are set to complete Jacob Ramsey deal today. Full agreement imminent for £40 million. Full agreement imminent for £40 million. I don't know why I left the sitting Xavi Simons news again. Well, Xavi Simons remained fully focused. Let me point that out. Xavi Simons remained fully focused on agreement between RB Leipzig and Chelsea, according to the report we are receiving. Manchester City are currently not a club the player is considering, but the team, I mean, RB Leipzig and City might be talking, but the player and City are not yet talking. Do you get it? Yeah. City are currently can only talk to the club, Leipzig, but not the player. Because the player is fully focused on agreement between he himself and Chelsea. His current salary at RB Leipzig, we understand, is quite high. It's quite high. It's around 40 million gross, if all bonuses are triggered. So Xavi is not even on a small salary there. If including bonuses, this amount, that means that the main salary should be around maybe 9-10 million euros. Ladies and gentlemen, so Leipzig deal, we understand, is still on. It's taking time, but anything can happen between now and then. Ladies and gentlemen, Manchester United and Chelsea are some distance apart from their valuation of Alejandro Garnacho. He is valued at around £30 million by Chelsea, and United are holding on to 45-50 million. Ladies and gentlemen, now let me run up with this. Nike, Chelsea have decided to move our Club World Cup badge up, as you guys can see right there on the screen. Chelsea, you know, this Club World Cup badge was on the chest, right? Opposite each other with a Nike logo, right? But right now, Chelsea have actually moved the badge up to the neck area. I am just wondering if we succeeded in getting front of shirt sponsor, how our shirt is going to be looking like. I'm just wondering. They moved the badge up, as you can see there. The world champion badge, the golden badge, it moved up there now. Initially, it was somewhere here, you know, opposite each other with the Nike badge here, Nike logo. Right now, if we should get front of shirt sponsor, how do you think our shirt is going to be looking like? First of all, do you like the idea of moving it up? Ladies and gentlemen, I think that if the badge, the Club World Cup badge, can rather be reduced a little in size. For me, it looks too big. It looks too big in size. If they can reduce the size a little, I think I will appreciate that. Yeah. Anyway, let me just conclude by saying this. Chelsea fans, at this point of our transfer window, I'm far more confident that Chelsea could sign Garnacho any moment from now, or it's easier to seal Garnacho's deal than Simon. Yeah, I'm quite confident that Chelsea could sign Garnacho before signing Xavi Simons. Manchester United needs to raise funds, and the player also wants the move. The situation with Xavi Simons is far more murkier. It is. Though Chelsea interest is genuine, and the players' interest to Chelsea is also genuine. Ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. FC Bayern today submitted an offer for Nick Waterman, proposing 60 million euro plus bonuses or plus bonus payment and a sell-on clause. VfB Stuttgart rejected it. I mean, this was yesterday. Stuttgart rejected it, even though the players camp believe the package will be sufficient. Stuttgart demanded 75 million from Bayern for the deal to go through, and something Bayern will not do. Why I brought this up? This deal will depend on whether Christopher Nkunku will leave Chelsea to Bayern or not. If they succeed in getting this player, if Bayern succeed in getting this player from Stuttgart, then Bayern will no longer come in for Christopher Nkunku. But if the deal fails to go through, then Christopher Nkunku is likely to go through to Bayern Munich. Now quickly, let's go to the Champions League and Super Cup players. Ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. What is happening? Well, for those who won the game, I actually didn't win the game. But when I got up and I went through the replay, I noticed something. First and foremost, it is only one club in England that successfully beaten or has beaten PSG. And that is Chelsea. And we are the world champion. Tottenham was winning 2-0. Tottenham was having the upper hand in the game, and the coach took away the most influential player by far in the game, Mohamed Kudus. And not just that, he took away Richarlison, Kudus, and Palina. The three most hard workers in the squad. You took them away. Obviously, you will struggle. This is poor game management. Thomas Frank let his team down. It's as simple as that. For them to go on penalties, even these players we took out could have played better penalty. No wonder. This is the way he himself summarized it. Thomas Frank summarizing Tottenham's performance in the Super Cup. He said, in medical terms, the operation succeeded, but the patient died. That is the way Tottenham head coach Thomas Frank summarized the loss to PSG on penalties. He said, in medical terms, the operation succeeded, but the patient died. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I'll see you guys on the next one with more exclusives. Shalom and peace.